Now, I want you to listen very quickly and very carefully and spiritually to what you're about to hear.
You can never control yourself. What makes you think you can control these things?
Don't look at Sylvester Stallone. What are the words coming out of his mouth? And what do they relate to in truth and in spirit? Who is he talking to? Because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places.
You're unresolved. You be head of the council. You choose.
See? What does Satan do? Tell you, be prideful. You can be like God. You choose. You be the head of the council. Who's the head of the council? God the Father Almighty, not us. We just follow his law through his Son by faith. We're not justified by the law, but his law is truth, right? What was Jesus justified by? What was Jesus, by definition, sinless by? What did he obey obedience unto death by perfectly? The Father's law.
And you choose quickly, too. I should put you down myself.
That's what we all think. That's a human thought.
Personally.
That's the anger and the wrath of man, scripturally.
You know, I never understood that.
Because it doesn't work the righteousness of God.
Why did you judge me? Why did you judge me?
You killed innocent people.
That means to an end.
You started a mess.
I crossed the revolution.
You betrayed the law.
See? For the prince of this world is already judged, right? It's what already is said. And you can see the dichotomy going on here. And you can see who's playing which role. There's a way deeper meaning to this. Law is love. Because if you obey God's law, because everything good comes from above, every law that he gives from above is good. And if you don't transgress the law, this is where it gets into the law of sin and death, the punishments of the law, where he said that Israel needs to take those punishments into their own hands, to stone people to death, either by deed or by word. He who is without sin cast the first stone, by deed or by word. Because Jesus elevated the law. If you even look upon a woman with lust, so you don't have to commit the physical act. Just like murder, right? You don't have to commit the physical act. You just have to do it in your heart by word. Is that not also what Satan did? He didn't physically murder Eve or Adam. He did it with his word. Did he not?
I betrayed this! Your council's experiment, which failed!
See? It says your council's experiment. That's
What makes
his
you think you can
interpretation of
control
it. he's accusing that the Father's experiment, which was Adam and Eve, failed because he told a lie to them, and they did fail. They fell for the lie. But who is faithful? The Father, knowing this would happen. So,
Hey guys, welcome back to your restart. In today's
all I'm telling you is to study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman not needing to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, not wrongly, not personally interpreting it. You have to take it all in context, in much study, much prayer, much meditation, much denying of yourself, much denying of what you feel it says, what you want it to say, which is cherry picking. And you have to be without bias, and you have to be open to the Father speaking, because when you read his word, it's the Father speaking. Now, when you go and read only certain parts of it without reading all of it in context, you run the risk of going in error. And I've done this. Everybody's done this. But he does correct us. And if we resist correction, then we be bastards and not sons of God. Because if you be chastised, which is also correction, and you accept that chastisement and correction, he'll show you more. I know this is speaking to somebody. And I'm not doing this to condemn anybody. I'm not saying that wherever you are at in your understanding of his word, that you're already condemned. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you need to let go of your own understanding and let him show you his understanding of his word as he intended it. And he does it through his word. He does it through so many different things. But you have to rightly divide. You have to have a sound mind, peace and love. That's how you get discernment. Pray you be blessed. Pray that the Father blesses you in Jesus' mighty name with his wisdom and knowledge, the Father's wisdom and knowledge.